Okay, on for part two. And as I was saying, when like in the first Lethal Weapon, when Mel Gibson takes that gun and puts it in his mouth, I mean, he's a very deep actor. So I think as a villain, I think Mel Gibson can really bring a lot of gravitas, and he can bring some real meat to the picture, because regardless of Mel being crazy and his career is falling off, the guy can act and he is talented. Wesley being in the cast, Wesley, I'm excited about that. Another person, very talented, can act his ass off, can do action, comedy. Wesley can do it all. He's fantastic, regardless of the fact that he's stuck in DVD purgatory right now. I mean, Wesley, I'm going to go old school with people who really love movies. Go back and check out a very old movie called King of New York with Christopher Walken, Lawrence Fishburne, Wesley Snipes, David Caruso. I mean, the list goes on and on for up-and-coming stars who are in that picture. You got a face-off between Wesley and Fishburne. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, Fishburne kills Wesley Snipes, because Wesley's a cop, Fishburne's a drug dealer. But it's a character actor's dream cast. King of New York it's a good movie, but to see Wesley and Lawrence Fishburne face off is extraordinary. It's an extraordinary piece of film. Harrison Ford being in the mix. Sorry, let me go back to Wesley a minute. It'd be nice to see a little bit of Wesley's kind of. And again, I hope since they got these guys in here, they better take advantage of their acting as long as their athletic abilities. Because Mel Gibson's not like a fighter, but Mel is a very good athlete. When you look at the Lethal Weapon, any picture where Mel does action, he's a very good physical athlete. So I hope they use his physical attributes with his acting along with Wesley. Because I'd love to get a little bit of that old school, New Jack City kind of Passenger 57 kind of Wesley, and then throw in a little bit of the Passenger 57 and Blade fight scenes, and even for Mel too. Let Mel cut loose the way he cut loose on those drunk tapes towards his girlfriend. And the first, when Riggs goes raw and screams, give us some of that. Give that to us. Antonio Banderas, he's cool when he does his little, Spanish from Spain, Desperado. I'm going to get you. I can't do Antonio Banderas' voice, but you guys know how he talks. And Antonio Banderas, although he's older, he can still turn it on. He's not really so much in. He does pretty good, like in the Zorro movies, and even the 13th Warrior, which everyone has forgotten about. But I like that movie, regardless of its huge problems. Harrison Ford, I don't know why you're there, but I think Stallone just wanted to give you a paycheck. Kelsey Grammer, Frazier from Cheers is in Expendables 3. I don't know why. I suppose that's only something that Stallone knows. I don't. Robert Davi from the Goonies. One of the Fratelli brothers from the Goonies is in it. Robert Davi is a phenomenal actor. He's been in hundreds of films. I'm really glad that Sly gave Robert Davi his tribute and put him in the picture, because Robert Davi is from the genre. He was in Die Hard. He was in Predator 2. He was even in stuff like Action Jackson with Carl Weathers. Robert Davi's been in a bunch of stuff, and I'm happy that he's in the movie. So hopefully it won't be. What I'm worried about is that with all these guys being in this picture, I'm just worried that they're not going to get their just due. I'm afraid that they're going to get a Chuck Norris and come on the screen and say hello and then bye. I don't want that to happen, and then Stallone is talking about new technology, new Expendables. I mean, damn, Sly, you haven't given us the ultimate action picture yet. So I don't know, man. I'm excited because we got Wesley, we got Antonio Banderas, we got all these not old guys, but guys from the past who can really bring it when you give it to them. But my concern is I don't think they're gonna bring it, because the studio that it's coming from is not a studio. It's not Universal Studios. It's not Warner Brothers. It's not Paramount. I just don't think they can back it up. I've heard things that the guy who's the action stunt coordinator or whatever has done Quantum of Solace and the Bourne movies, and he's done these really good action pictures. That's all cool and that's all gravy, but are we gonna get a good cinematographer? A good DP who can shoot this stuff right? And this Patrick, I don't remember the guy's last name. His movie Red Hill, whatever it's called. Visually, when I saw the trailer on YouTube, it looks really cool. I ain't seen the movie. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want an exciting, funny, brutal action thrill ride like the ones from the 80s and the 90s. And I'm sorry, Sly, I love you. You are the most hardworking. You really are the character of Rocky. That is really your spirit, man. But I don't believe that this movie can live up to its hype. Expendables 2 I thought was going to deliver, and I left the theater disappointed. That's why I don't even care about this movie. And lastly, we need a good score. Rambo, the Lethal Weapon pictures, Die Hard. Even, again, people, I know you're sick of it, 48 Hours or Commando, RoboCop. Those movies have grandiose themes to them. Like in the scene in Rambo, First Blood, when he breaks out of the prison cell from being beaten up by the sheriffs, and the music goes, da-da-da, da-da-da, and he jumps over the police car and takes off. That is action movie cinema to the whole nother level. You know what I mean? When that music, we need a memorable theme, because the Expendables movie so far, I just think the music is ho-hum. The only piece of score that I actually like from those films is when they got the Royal Rumble in the first movie. I mean, when that music kicks in, that's like when the adrenaline pumps. And I just don't think, and Sly's talking about we need younger Expendables and they're going to help the older Expendables. What the hell, Sly? Why do you keep throwing in these useless characters that nobody cares about? Stop forcing it upon us. We just want to see you old guys kicking ass, and let everybody do it in vicious and brutal ways. Curse, take a look at some naked girls, and give us some great one-liners. Give us a Commando-style action picture. I don't know if they can do that. I don't have faith. I think this is all blowing hot smoke up our butts, is what I think. So that's what I think about Expendables 3. I don't have any hope for it. Coming off of two mediocre first and second films. So I don't know, guys. You guys can leave me your comments, subscribe to my page. Like I said, the Black History Month movie reviews of the classic black films from the 80s and 90s. I'm going to start that. And also, I'm going to be doing new movie reviews as well. Subscribe. Give me your opinions on Expendables 3. And as I said in the last video, my randoms things thought of today is going to be when you guys go to work, do you ever have a moment where, excuse my language, for like my friends and my relatives,